Mary Richardson with Music Junkie Press. We're actually down here in beautiful Petaluma. Great day. But I have even a special treat for you. I've got M. Rossi. Welcome.
Hi, thank you for having me.
Oh, it's great. I'm so glad to be able to sit down and talk with you. Okay, first we got to talk about Earthquake. Well over 1 million views.
I know. I'm still kind of in shock, and it was so exciting because when we released the song, I instantly had a connection to it with just the story of me unfortunately losing my dad as a kid, and so. I mean, just to see an outpouring of love and support and them connecting to the song in their own way, it really was just a special and amazing moment.
And it's been amazing because you've literally had, people on social media coming to you and telling you their stories as well. How has that been to finally, hear that literally your music is like their lifeline, literally?
Yeah, I mean, it's, like I said, it's so incredible just the fact that they reach out to me. I mean, I scroll through comments and there's hundreds of comments and I'm like, oh my gosh, this is so incredible. And so just the fact that they create their own relationship to my music is what's most important to me, and the fact that I can affect them, motivate them, and inspire them is what's, really just an incredible experience to have, and I'm fortunate enough to be able to do that with Earthquake and the rest of my music.
That is beautiful. Now, coming up actually on the 2nd now, we have on May 2nd, your new video, Young Hearts, is going to be released out here on Twist. Correct.
Yeah, Twist Magazine is going to do the release on May 2nd. I am so excited about it because we had such incredible momentum built up from Earthquake, and we kind of said, okay, we need to go out and we need to do this. And so we went to Florida. I met with my social media consultant who directed the music video, and we got this old warehouse that was under construction. It was going to be like a sports facility.
And some neat dancers. I mean,
dancers too. I mean,
it
they came in last minute and had such an incredible job. They made such a beautiful piece, and we just all instantly connected and made such great friends. And it was a long and tiring 22-hour shoot in like sweaty Florida humidity. But I mean, the experience was just absolutely incredible.
And I bet you it's going to be just as well received as your other video.
I hope.
And I mean, and the neat thing is, what's next for you after this video? Are you going to be doing some shows around town, or?
Yeah, I'm definitely planning on getting out. I'm counting down the days to my high school graduation, and so when that finally goes off, I'll be able to fully dive into music. And one of my Earthquake was in the WWE movie Countdown, so I have more songs being planned in upcoming movies, as well as a fall tour with full radio support. And so it's just to be able to fully go out and say, I'm only being an artist, I'm no longer a high schooler, and I'm ready to just go out into the world. It's really
How has that been to be able to juggle, literally balance your music career and school at the same time?
I will say it can get overwhelming at times. However, I know I need the education and I want the education, and so just being able to time manage and make sure that I'm doing what's important for me, and I'm doing what I need to do. It's just when you just say, okay, let's get this work done, put it out, do it, then you can finally go off and you can really do what you want to do.
And now, with that, we're going to be doing some shows and everything. Is there anybody, if you could collaborate with one person, you look forward to collaborating with?
Okay, well, I always say my all-time idol is Adele. So, I mean, that is major dreams right there. But
that'd be a lot of emotion coming out of those songs,
I don't know if I could contain myself on stage if I ever sang a song with her, and that would be beyond anything I could ever imagine.
Well, it's funny because the emotion you bring out with your songs. Now, how about when you were recording? Was it quite an emotional process for you as well?
Yes, even the writing of the songs. I mean, my producer Jim McGorman was just such a great help in really expressing all those and making sure that we got every single little niche out that needed to be said. And so I found writing very cathartic because I started writing the day after my dad passed. And I just, throw down on a paper every single thought and emotion that was running through my head. And so to really go into a studio and just pour out, this is me. This is what's happened with my life, and I want to share it in the hopes that I can encourage others to find inner strength as well.
And it's interesting because I'm sure your father's so proud of you. You know that he's watching.
I hope he is.
Do you literally feel like his presence when you're doing it?
Oh, definitely, definitely. I mean, I feel him every single day with me, and I'm fortunate enough as it is that he was my musical inspiration growing up as a kid. He sang, wrote, played guitar, and so to be able to take him along with me and make him proud of me, and just I do it for him, and I do it for my family. So.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful. Now we're definitely looking forward to the shows. Now, how about if you could give some advice to the youth of today? How could they deal with, let's say, the internet overload or cyberbullying, or what kind of advice could you give to them?
Yeah, I mean, you know, cyberbullying, internet, it's always just such overly dramatic fake words that they just throw out. You know, there's never a face put to it. And so I think that, in a sense, if you can brush it off, you just have to be strong within yourself and know that what they say, like, won't impact you unless you let it. And so really it's more just finding confidence and belief that you're being who you are and you're doing what you want to do, so that's the best route for you.
And do you ever have a time where you have to digitally disconnect and get the overload where it's like, okay, I'm done, I'm off for a while?
I mean, unfortunately, like, you know, as being an artist, it's also my job is to keep everyone updated as to what I'm doing. However, you know, there'll be times over the weekend where I'll just be like, you know, I really just want to be in bed. I really just don't want to do anything. I don't want to think. But I enjoy social media and I enjoy sharing my personal life with everyone. And so, yeah, a step back's always a good thing every once in a while.
And how about right now with the music industry? Is there certain bands or artists that you've come across that you're like really like right now in this era that you can talk about?
Yeah, I mean, in this area, I've been traveling so much, going to Florida and LA and stuff, so I haven't been able to come across that many bands, but in general, artists that I listen to currently, I am in love with Troye Sivan's new album, and I listen to that like constantly, almost every single day. So.
That's cool, because the neat thing is that those can be your go-to songs, which in actuality, Earthquake, it has been so many people's go-to songs as well.
Yes.
And it becomes just this personal attachment to that. Now, if you could be trapped in a TV show for a week, what TV show would you want to be trapped in?
Gosh, that's so hard. I mean, I feel like it would be the generic like answer, but I would have to say Game of Thrones, just because that's so
That'd
crazy.
just be wild.
I mean, like I'd have my own like pet dragon, and I would just like fly on it, and I would just go around. Yeah, I'm like trying to catch up on the seasons of those, but definitely Game of Thrones.
I like that. I like that. Now, if you had a particular song for you other than yours, like your go-to song, let's say, that you've been listening to, or something that's helped you over the years that has also inspired you or healed you and helped you.
Yeah, another artist that is definitely an inspiration towards me is Sarah Bareilles, who's actually from the Bay Area.
Yes.
And one of her songs, she wrote this song called Once Upon Another Time. And I came across it probably 3 or 4 years ago, right when I was about to get into the music business. And so the song just talks about really going off on your own journey and finding yourself and not being afraid to express yourself and to take those risks. And that has been just a major motivation for me. I actually sang it at the services for my dad.
Wow.
She recorded the song all a cappella, and I just stood up there and I knew I'm like he would bug me if I didn't get up and I didn't do this. And it was the first time singing that song on stage. I felt fully comfortable in front of everyone, and yeah, it's definitely a song that I always love to go back to.
That is cool. I like that. Now, do you have a particular go-to song to get you up and going? Is there a whole other one that just like?
Yeah, I mean, it's hard. I kind of go back and forth between like major throwback and the top hits. So it's kind of just always like a vibe. If anything, I love Imagination by Gorgon City. If you've heard that one, it's got a great like underlining bass that you can just kind of groove to. If anything, I am a total fan of Earth, Wind, and Fire.
Oh, I love it.
September, like my whole family, we just like totally rock out to that.
And that's the other thing. Are you into vinyls? You get into records and vinyls and everything?
I really wish I could. I don't have a record player, but I really enjoy the idea of like, you know, enjoying nowadays with digital downloads and everything, saying that I love this artist so much I'm going to buy a physical copy of their whole album
and then you
listen
pull
to
out
it
the
over
album
and
and
over
read
again.
all the notes.
Yeah, it's whole and it's raw, and I think it just like it emphasizes an even stronger connection to the artist that you love.
Now, how young were you when you first started in music? You mentioned your father was your influence. How young were you?
I mean, I always like to say that I've been fully surrounded by music growing up my entire life, and it kind of just came natural to me. I mean, I would listen to my dad play in the living room every single morning before school. It was always being played on the radio, and I dived into music when I was 8 years old. I was trained in classical and Broadway music, and through that, doing the little family recitals, that was where I really grew the passion for music.
And could you give advice to some of the young people out there? I know a lot of them are looking at music. They take it out of school. They have, sadly, a lot of the schools don't have it in there. Any advice you can give to them about, you know, getting into music, picking up an instrument, or just writing?
I would just say don't be afraid to do it. You know, I, as much as music is this amazing confidence builder for me, and it's my passion, it's my dreams, what I love to do, it's terrifying in its own sense because I'm sitting here going, okay, I'm doing all these crazy things. I'm 17, which is young, but it's not young for the business, so it's a very daunting journey to hop onto, and I think just don't be afraid to pick something up, try it, not be good at first, and just build off of it.
That is beautiful. That's definitely great advice for everybody out there. Now, lastly, is there anything you'd like to share with your fans and our audience?
I would just say that my number one goal as an artist is to really connect and to share my story with them, and I hope that by listening to my music they can build their own personal relationship to my messages and me as an artist as well, and to just, you know, inspire and motivate them to find an inner strength to go beyond their fears and to be their own person.
I love it. Thank you. We're looking forward to the video. We'll let everybody know in a second, and we look forward to what's next in store.
Thank you guys.
Thank you so much.